Welcome back to the Navy Sports Magazine. Time to shine the light on men's soccer, and a big one coming up this weekend for the Navy men's soccer team. A few weeks ago, they didn't know if they were going to get a chance to ever play this game, but both sides able to get it rescheduled, and more importantly, they get to play it at the home of the Philadelphia Union up in Philadelphia. Matt Nocita from the Navy soccer team joins us right now. Matt, for you and your teammates, just the fact that you get to come together one more time, I imagine if you're going to go out with a bang this season, you might as well go out against your arch rivals, the home of the Philadelphia Union. Thoughts on heading to that pitch this weekend to play that opponent?
Yeah, like you said, it's a huge game for us. I think anyone that is associated with the Naval Academy knows just how important, playing Army is for us. And like you said, this game got rescheduled sort of last minute. We weren't sure if we were going to get the game. So it's especially important for the seniors. This is going to be their last game. This is how we're going to send them off. And it's super important to everyone that we get the win, especially for them. And I think everyone's just super excited. We got 2 weeks to prepare for the game. It's just honestly one of those super special games where you travel to Philadelphia. It's sort of, surreal when you get there and you're in this massive stadium. You got thousands of fans. And it's just a super exciting time. We love playing at Glenn Warner. We love the home games, but it's something special about this game, and we're really looking forward to it.
Well, I'm sure your football brethren can relate when they go play in some of those NFL stadiums and things of that nature. The fact that you all have been able to get 2 weeks to prepare for this based on what both teams have been through, with these COVID protocols, certainly with what you all went through with the ROM period, a blessing to have 2 weeks to get yourselves. I mean, mentally you're going to be there because you're Army. I think the Marquee says it all. But those 2 weeks to kind of get together physically a little bit, how beneficial is that?
Yeah, so this season has been pretty unique. Just, obviously with COVID and everything, the season has been kind of thrown at us kind of from every angle. We weren't sure if we're going to have a game, and then all of a sudden we're having 3 games in 7 days. Right. So it's been nice to sort of, knowing this is our schedule, this is the time we get to prepare, and there's not going to be necessarily a curveball tossed into the equation. So it's been nice. Make sure no one's injured. Everyone has time to recover fully for this game. And like you said, mentally, we're already, everyone's going to be there. So this has been a very kind of relaxing 2 week period. We're not getting like overly excited and overly amped. We're keeping level headed. But it's been nice knowing that, this is our next goal and this is the time we have to prepare for it. And it's honestly been kind of relaxing in that sense.
Is that a good thing, though? Because sometimes I guess when you see Army on the Marquee, maybe you can peak a little bit too early just because of the excitement of the game. Is that a good thing as you observe you and your teammates kind of keeping things level-headed right now?
Yeah, and that's one thing I would definitely say that our coaching staff is excellent at. They usually get us, prepared at the right time. They're not going to, kill our bodies in the week prior. We're going to build up, and we usually do a very good job of peaking, on that Sunday when we're going to go out and play them. So that's something that usually I step back and, the coaching staff has always done an excellent job. So it's nothing that anyone on the team is usually worried about. But like you said, no, it is definitely a concern, but it's something that the coaching staff is aware of and something that they tackle really well.
As someone, obviously, who's been a Defender of the Year in the Patriot League, you're also a heck of a target on set pieces. And how much do you enjoy jumping up in the play and obviously having a chance to contribute that way with that 6'8" frame?
Yeah, as a defender, getting a goal is probably the most exciting thing you get to do in a game. So I'm always itching whenever we get a corner kick or a free kick. And thankfully, we have, some amazing players that can, play some great crosses in, like David Jackson, our freshman, who's just outstanding playing the ball in. So I'm always looking to get a header off of one of his crosses, one of his corner kicks. So definitely exciting. Let's hope I can get one this Sunday. I would love to do that.
On those set pieces, I kind of kid with our water polo athletes with some of the stuff that we never see under the water. On those set pieces, when we've got, 9 and 10 guys almost together on each side, are there a lot of things going on that we don't see, kind of the holding, the grabbing, the pinching, things like that?
No, yeah, you're definitely right about that. Usually a lot of talking too. That's probably the main thing. I usually get about 2, even 3 sometimes trying to guard me up. And it's kind of funny. A lot of times they'll try to switch. They'll like, I know you take them this time. You take them. I guess they get a little tired of having to guard me on those. And I don't blame them. I'm usually about 6-7 inches taller than most of them. So you see a lot of that. You do see a little kicking, a little, stepping on the feet and stuff, but you shake it off. I don't say I do the same, but, I know how to get through and get open. So
we talk about guys playing multiple sports. You also were a track athlete in high school, and you participated in multiple disciplines on top of it. How much did that track experience help you just as an athlete? Certainly in a sport like soccer, which demands such a physically grueling, body, and obviously you got to be in shape to play 90 minutes plus each and every time.
Yeah, honestly, I'm a huge proponent of track. It was definitely one of the most influential seasons of my like young athletic career. I had just hit my growth spurt. I was kind of, awkward and uncomfortable in my body. I was super tall, super lanky, and track really just ironed down a lot of like fundamentals when it came to just controlling your body. Like you said, I did a couple different events. So I did some jumping events, I did some running events, and honestly, it just gave me like a new sort of control over my body, and it helped me tremendously as an athlete. And I would recommend it to anyone, no matter like regardless of your sport. If you have that spring or like season open, you should go out with the track team in high school, and you should get that experience. It was honestly a very, very humbling experience at first, but I ended up doing pretty well that season. I ran it sophomore year of high school, and yeah, I'd recommend it to anyone. It's helped me tremendously.
I was going to say, not only were you part of the 4x400 relay, but the thing that got me, and as the father of a 6'7" athlete myself, you did the triple jump. Now that's for a guy with long legs and a lot of going on there. That had to be an interesting learn. Uh, how long did it take you to kind of get your feet underneath of you doing the triple jump? Because that's a very unique. The long jump is just a sprint and boom, here we go. That triple jump though, that's a pretty interesting discipline because of all that goes into it.
No, you're totally correct. So my mom actually ran track in college, and she was an All-American. She's a tremendous athlete, and she was my coach. So I think she just kind of wanted to toss me into everything and just see where I landed. Like she had me try hurdles. That didn't go as well, so you don't see that you don't see that one on my resume. But yeah, triple jump. I honestly fell in love with it. It was one of my most fun events. It was the one I trained the most in practice, I'd say. Like long jump and the 400, you can kind of, I don't want to say you can wing it, but it's a little easier to kind of go out and just use your natural talent and natural ability. But triple jump, I studied hard and I worked hard at it. And yeah, my frame wasn't probably the best for it, but I fell in love with it, and I ended up winning the league my sophomore year. So worked out decently well, and it was an exciting time.
You mentioned your mom; she was a heptathlete. To be able to go through that period, just having her guidance and to be there if you needed her, certainly through the recruiting process and things of that nature, just to have that over your shoulder in case you needed it. What was that experience like for you?
Oh, it was so helpful. She was a huge influence in how I went about the recruiting process and stuff. She had been recruited to tons of colleges. She was like an awesome high school athlete, and she kind of decided to stay home, stay local, and kind of support her family, who financially we weren't as well off. So she stayed home, and she helped around the house and stuff while she was also competing collegiately. And she was super huge on making sure that I knew I had the opportunity to go wherever I wanted and to pursue like my athletic like dreams as far as the East Coast. And that's something that I'm like incredibly, incredibly thankful for, because she really didn't hold me back in any way. She made sure that she could do and provide for me like in every single possible way, that I didn't feel restrained or held back, and I was able to go to the Naval Academy and like pursue this awesome dream that I'm living now. So she has been, she's like the most influential person in my life by far. And yeah, I'm eternally thankful for her and all of her experience and her guidance.
You've been able to crush it in the classroom as well as a student athlete playing Division I soccer. What are the keys to that discipline? Because as you know, there's a lot on your plate each and every day, but yet so far you've been able to manage things very well to get some academic honors as well as those athletic honors.
Yeah, this school, if you're familiar with the Naval Academy, it can be a sort of a grueling place when it comes to the academics, and then you throw soccer on top of it, and next thing you know, your schedule is pretty busy. But I would say this school is one of the top institutions in the country for supporting their student athletes. At every single possible like turn, there's an opportunity to get better here academically. Every professor I've ever had here has been available for extra instruction, some extra tutoring at a moment's call, on the weekend, and anytime you can imagine. So honestly, a lot of the praise doesn't fall on me. It falls on a lot of the teachers I've had and sort of the assistance I've gotten through the way that you don't necessarily see, unless you take a peek behind the curtains. So I've managed to do well. I hope I continue to do well, but honestly, a lot of that is due to the help I've gotten here and a lot of the assistance from the not just the coaching staff, like we have coaches on the team who help make sure we're all organized and stuff, but also just the faculty and the academic departments have been a tremendous help for me.
I'll let you out on this. Is sending the seniors out and the handful of seniors that you have, sending them out the right way, is that the greatest motivation coming up this weekend?
100%. I'm so close with that class. They really took me under their wing my freshman year. So this would be like, honestly, just the best gift to give them in return for everything they've done for me. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm super excited to hopefully get this win for them.
Matt, appreciate the time this morning. Best of luck to you and your teammates this weekend.
Appreciate it, sir. Thank you so much.